Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be going through the 10 finalists which are going to have a chance to be coming officially to Ark Survival Ascended for the launch of Genesis Part 1, which at this moment in time, the date we know for Genesis Part 1 is April 2026. Now, if it comes April 2026, that'll be interesting because, you know, you just never know with Wildcard. With, this roadmap was quite a while now, so who knows. But I'm really looking forward to Genesis. There was some seriously creative ones in this one, and I just feel like every time there's a community creature vote over the years, they just get better and better and better. And even so, like when people have returning creatures, they seem to then even get better then. So we're going to go through how it's going to go. You guys can let me know how you did your top 10 in the comment section down below. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get in with the video. Right, so as you can see, this was the community creature vote, which was the section in the community crunch, and this has all the details you need to know. So the next winner of our community creature vote will be featured on Genesis Part 1. Get your endlessly creative submissions ready, and you might see your creature making its debut with the release of Genesis Part 1 map in Ark Survival Ascended. The second round of voting ends on Friday the 7th of November at 1 PM Pacific, and the winner will be announced in the crunch on the same day. So it is the 26th of October. So we got one more crunch. So we've got, so next week is Halloween, obviously, the 31st. And then the week after that, that is when the voting will end. So you've actually got a while to get your vote in. They say creature submission finalists below are the candidates that have made it into the final top 10, or the final 10. Find out more information about the creature by clicking the hyperlink attached to the name and cast your vote here, which you can also do embedded in here, which is what we're going to talk about. But as much as I really want to, I can't show you guys my voting. I just think it would make it unfair. So here is a bit of a, creature submission finalist discussion. And it's just basically, if you haven't submitted your vote yet and you want to, you might want to just look at some of these creatures that we go through in the video. But this was the Abyssosaurus. And again, I mentioned to you guys, it really doesn't matter where you finish in the top 10. Like, in the beginning, all you really need to do is get yourself into the top 10. Like, that is actually all you need to do, because people can change their mind very easily. As soon as we get into ranked vote number 2, some people might be like, you know what, I actually don't want to have that one that I voted for, and I'll go for this one. And it can change massively. I mean, you tend to know the favorites by the voting, but sometimes that isn't the case. Like, I would like to know from Studio Wildcard how many of the #1 winners of the voting actually has come to the game officially. That's a real big thing I'd love to know. But yeah, anyway, this was the Abyssosaurus. Really cool idea. A lot of it is kind of underwater creatures for the Genesis Ocean biome, as you can see here. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, basically, to make your own decision on this. I'm not going to read out any other creature information at this moment in time. I have done that in the past, but because I just want to keep it fair, I'm just going to show images, and you guys can sort of like make up your sort of own decision on what you want. So that was the Abyssosaurus, and then this one I've always struggled to do, but it's the Atopodentatus. Now it says there's new artwork, and so I wonder if they can still change the artwork now, and just keep, maybe that might change someone's mind. Well, apparently this creature was discovered in 2014, and it shares the waves with, it used to share the waves with animals such as the Itchy, the Shastosaurus, the Coal, the Ammonite, Nothrosaurus, or is that Nothro? I think it is, yeah. Yeah, looks really cool. Great dossier. Pretty much everyone now has a dossier for their vote, which is really cool. You know, in the early days, you'd be lucky to find someone that uses actually creates a dossier. So yeah, really nice stuff going on there. So yeah, I mean, as well, something I wanted to mention is this isn't even in order as well. So people might come onto this and look at it and think that the Abyssosaurus won and it got first place, but no, the Paleo Octopus is actually what won the actual voting. But this one, I really believe, is going to be in with a good chance to come to the game officially. It's called the Krinoid, and I mean, look at the actual pictures on this thing. The ideas that went into this were so clever. I mean, that reminds me of like Iron Man. It's like literally having Iron Man in Ark, but if this thing came to the game. which, yeah, I just thought it was a really, really cool one. It doesn't have a dossier, but I thought this artwork was still amazing. And at the end of the day, it's not always just completely down to having a dossier and stuff. It's about the idea as well. It's about what could it do and what could it bring to the game. Then the one we actually talked about in a whole video was the Paleo Octopus. I know that this one right now is very popular because it won the vote. But again, who knows? Will it win the vote this time round? You know, I'm sure it'll be near the top. What is this image here? This looks like this is another kind of... Oh, this was from IGN. I guess that was maybe an experience, a bit of a sort of something people use as in inspiration. The giant stick bug has been something that's been in the community creature vote for, I think, either 1 or 2 past votes. It's very unique. It's a very cool idea, and I don't have a problem with this one at all. Like, I like the idea of something completely brand new in the game that we've not seen before, because I always know that, like, people say that sometimes some dinos in ARK can be like reskins and stuff. So that's why having a whole new creature, it will, I wouldn't say no to. And then this one was called the Rhomaleosaurus. Looks very cool, fantastic artwork again. And the reason why a lot of people have said, has said the oceans, I mean, it even says by ZCI in this post, they even go on to say that, the Genesis 1 ocean biome sure is beautiful, isn't it? It's a shame that the oceans are so neglected in vanilla ARK. And I think that's a lot of the things that people always think about, It's like, they always just think, and I agree with it, it's like, when the Megalodon nerf happened, I said this in my other video, I was so happy about it because it was so annoying because you just have Megalodons. Like, do you remember when I did a video and some people said to me that they said you must have spawned those in for this video? I said I generally loaded into the island, a completely fresh island map, went into the water and just kept going round and round and round in creative mode. And I think I ended up tallying up about 12 Megalodons, and this is in the starter spawn zone. Now, they've been massively nerfed, it's great, but the ocean on some of the maps feels a little bit just like nothing. Then we have the Tully Monstrum, the Lunar Magnetic Scout. Very cool artwork, and it's done by ZCI as well. I mentioned in my other community creatures video that a lot of these people that do the creature votes are actually all kind of work together, which I think is really nice. Like, really friendly, and that's, it's lovely to be around. And this is for the Genesis 1 lunar biome. So a lot of people just focused in a lot on the ocean biome. So it's pretty cool that someone's gone a little bit different to that, of being actually, out in the out and about in just something completely new. The Irritator, I think, is the only creature that's like a proper land dino. I mean, I think the Paleo Octopus is meant to be a lot of it on land, because it's meant to be in the bog area. But as for like an actual kind of like carnivore type thing, apparently, is it the Irritator? Okay. Oh wait, you can actually go underwater as well. No way. That is so. Oh yeah, because that tail kind of like gives it. So I guess it is part of the Spino family in a way. If I'm correct about that, be sure to let me know. Oh, it's the Baryonyx's cousin. Ah, okay. Does look kind of like a Baryonyx and a Spino mixed together, and apparently it's a really good early travel mount, which you can never say no to. And then we have the Maneater Shark. Absolutely love this artwork. Really love the idea about this. Of course, I'm going to mention which ones I like, because I like all of them. But when it comes to the actual voting, I'm not going to tell you guys. I was meant to have done my vote the other day after my video, and I didn't end up doing it. So after this video, now we've had even more of a bit of a refresher, I'm going to do my top 10. I will tell you what my top 10 is after the vote is over. So on November 7th, I will reveal my top 10. But I'd love to hear your guys' top 10. I just think it would be a really cool idea. And I love reading through all of your sort of ideas and what you want to see. And look at this photo. Really, really cool artwork. And finally, one that, again, I really like. I mean, I don't think there is one that I don't like, but the idea of a giant lobster in ARK sounds so cool. I know we've got, the giant crab and stuff, but, I just thought, really cool idea. You can get yourself some lobster meat if you're hungry. And there's not really a lobster in ARK, isn't there? Look at these pictures. Wow, okay. And one vote, one equals one hill. I like the idea of that. I mean, loads of people are saying they need their lobster in the game. So it's such a hard vote, really, when you think about it, guys. Like, it really is. You think about how cool all of these creatures are. This one feels like one of the hardest ones that I'm going to have to do. Because there are, I would say that there's a couple that will go, they're a little bit further down the bottom for me. But as for like the top spaces, it's not going to be easy to just choose one. So you guys need to let me know what you think. Anyway, that is going to be the end of the video. As I said, I'm going to cast my vote now. I'm very ready and very excited to do so. I always wish I could do it on video, but I know it's not fair. It's just I love talking about things. You guys know I ramble on so much, and I love being able to explain my reasoning behind things, but I can do that later on. And thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, whatever you're up to. Next week, on Wednesday, is the launch of Fear Ascended, so be prepared and ready for that. Much love to all of you. Hope you do enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.